Hello again. Now, the country is firmly behind the class of 2023 as they write their final matric exams. Most of the matriculants would have been in grade 10 when COVID-19 hit in 2020, and they would have been among the first to take part in online and remote learning. Governing bodies have played a major role in ensuring that learning is ready for this moment, that the learners rather were ready for this moment. Now let's hear more about it from the CEO of the Governing Body Foundation, Dr. Anthea Cereseto. Doctor, good afternoon. Welcome to today, and thank you very much for your time. Yeah, it's been a very tough ride for the matric class of 2023. I mean, they were in a very critical stage of their high school years during the COVID-19 about 2 years ago.
Indeed, they were, and the Department of Education has put in various measures in order to enable the class to catch up, as they call it. And I believe they're ready. And I would propose that learners who haven't already accessed what the department has available, has a look to see what's available. They just need to look at the various social media platforms, the DBE. There's lots of support for them currently, and it's been going on since grade 9 for them.
Yeah, it's been a long road, and hopefully they will be able to achieve what they want to, which is to pass matric and perform. We're judging by the start today, from what we've heard from our reporters in different parts of the country. It looks like overall it started smoothly with the first paper of English. But I mean, Doc, it's not the end of the road if you don't pass matric right now.
Indeed, it's not the end of the road. We shouldn't look at it like that. Just as you quoted some New Zealand coach who said the Springboks would never be a rugby nation, I think we must look seriously at what's possible for these learners. And we don't contemplate failure, we contemplate success. We put in strategies to enable them to succeed. The national pass rate last year was, over 80%. We are going to anticipate good results from these learners as well. We don't look behind to see the struggles. We rather look at measures to help them right now, today, tomorrow, the next day. I think it's good that they began with the language paper today. It's not as stressful a subject, and therefore it puts them in a frame that they will be able to succeed. But you are quite right, and it's very important for learners and for their families to understand that if they don't pass, it's most certainly not the end of the road. And we must encourage them not to give up if they don't pass. There are different pathways to follow after this in terms of resitting the examinations and maybe deciding to follow perhaps a different course of education into something that is more practical and in fact is more likely to give them a job that won't be taken over by artificial intelligence. And I think that's what we must also bear in mind. Artificial intelligence threatens some of the careers that have traditionally been for the more highly academic people. So let's look at what's available for them. Yeah, but let's not talk about that yet. We can wait until January before we talk that negative talk.
Yeah, no, it's a talk that's important because, in my view, you guys as a governing body foundation, like other governing bodies, you do a lot of support, not just supporting schools and the teachers, but you also do stuff to ensure that you've done stuff, for example, this year, to also ensure that these matric exams are successful overall.
Yes, so that's what we have asked governing bodies to do, and it also the professional management of the school, of course, plays an enormous role when it comes to academic matters and the actual classroom teaching. So when we look at what have schools done, some of them have put in support programs. Where schools don't have their own resources, they must link them up with department resources. So that's all happened. So one of the questions that you did put when you asked me to come onto this program was, what about post-school? You know, where are they thinking that their education career will continue? I think that's quite an important conversation that also needs to be had. Is because
some of the matriculants don't have an idea what they want to do next. Many of them very young. Some might even be thinking about a gap year. Others may have a clue, or others might think they want something, but it's not that thing that they should follow. So, what kind of support should we be giving them post the exams?
Well, yes, post the exams it's really quite difficult because they don't really come back to the school for career guidance. So schools needed to provide opportunities for guidance and to give guidance in non-university careers, because there is an overemphasis in our country in going to university and getting a university degree and giving lower status to the vocational and technical streams. Now, it's not like that in a country such as Germany, where the technical and vocational stream also has high status. And I know our Director General of Education in the Department of Basic Education has looked at this and has said we do need to strengthen the status of the technical and vocational career path so that more learners actually engage in that. And the society as a whole does not accord lower status to the technical and vocational, because our country needs people. We don't need people with degrees that can go nowhere. We certainly need people with degrees that are attached to some professional, some profession. For example, teaching and engineering and the legal profession and the medical professions, of course. But that's not the only way to go. There is more work to be done. And what's really important is to find out what careers are going to be needed in the next few years, and going into the more distant future, what careers are going to be protected from artificial intelligence, because we don't want people training for things that in due course are going to be taken over by artificial intelligence. So to advise our children what's needed, it's particular skills. And what they're saying, and this I think will help the matriculants who maybe don't do so well academically, what will be protected from artificial intelligence are those things that need physical labor, dexterity, and skills. So in fact, it is the technical careers where we will need people to get out there and fix the electricity infrastructure. Right now, I'm on nearly 5 hours of load shedding because our block always trips after we come back onto power. It trips, and so we're out again. Now, we need more technical people who can, in fact, help us not have blackouts.
So it's important to understand, the changing nature, and it's changing very fast, of the world of work, and what kind of skills and qualification things would stand you in good stead in terms of being economically productive as into the future. You have to inform yourself about that. Now, Doc, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. And I'm sure we'll talk again soon, particularly after we get the results of the class of 2023, as we discuss early next year, what are the options? What's really available out there?
We wish them well, and we wish their families well, and to keep stress reduced as much as possible, and for communities to support the learners that are busy writing exams.
Thank you very much.
All the best to them.
Thank you very much,
Bye-bye.
Dr. Anthea Cereseto. We'll catch up with her sometime early in 2024. She is a CEO of the Governing Body Foundation. Now, this story